Hello, Manuel Tian Shui at the Pain-Free Group. Welcome. We will start to share some information and some practice, some movements in order to free us from pain, avoid pain, or to start to find relief from pain. This information and this practice is basically directed to people that they are not a specialist in body work, in some sort of physical therapy or acupuncture, but more to the people that they are not specifically interested in some sports or some Tai Chi or martial arts and so on. Certainly, if you are already a practitioner, this can be something useful, can be a tool for your patients, your clients. The first, pain, approach to pain. This is very important because the way how we put ourselves in front of this issue, this problem, will give us the power to understand and to put our hands onto this issue in order to solve it. Some people, they look at this like, well, it's something that comes just with time, or there is not much to do than maybe surgery or painkillers, but in fact the body has a tremendous, miraculous capacity of healing itself. So it is from that position that we put ourselves in front of pain. I have put links there down here in Facebook, so you can visit videos in which I discuss about this a bit more as a kind of reflection and information about pain, and I encourage to refresh that information because that also helps us to keep on the track and keep on with the practice. Then we have the second part. It is the focus of our practice. In what I am focusing when I am doing this series of easy movements. Flexibility, elasticity, and tonicity of the body. I am concentrated on that, so I am not so much interested in gaining body mass. That is not. Conditioning, of course, that is also very important for the body, maybe running, walking fast, swimming, yes, but that is another type of practice. Very important, very useful, welcome to do it. It's not contradictory what we are doing here, but our practice, what we are doing specifically in this area that we are gathering now to do, is to improve, to solve things that has to do and keep the elasticity, flexibility and tonicity of the body. Now comes the how we are doing this. Of these movements that you will see that I am presenting, besides that they are very simple, probably you have seen several of them in different practices, and maybe you know even perhaps all of them, you have seen all of them. So, but the key of this is how we are doing. We will be working from the feet up to the head, part by part of the body. So the idea of working in every part individually, but in sequence, is not only because we are being picky and going to the detail and reviewing and checking up all of our body and making them movement warm. It's not only that. It is because there is a capacity, a property of the body in itself that is very important, and we are triggering that. every part of our body is actually a small version of the whole of our body. So the hand, your leg, your head actually contains in a small version the whole of your body. And that is something that practitioners in physiotherapy, in acupuncture, we are using this capacity. So when a person comes, example, they say, I have a little pain or a pain in the tailbone. And then we will put some needles maybe in the hand, maybe we will put some by the elbow or by the heel, or maybe in the back part of their head. Some needles there, then magically pain is gone. Why? Because actually we are using this capacity, this property, this ability of the body, that every part of the body is actually a small version of the whole body. And that is called holography. And that is a principle we know that we are using in our practice as an acupuncturist, as an example. So when we are working, for instance, we will be working with our hands, then another part of our body, we are, at the same time that we are reviewing and losing and encouraging the function of that part of our body, let's say the hands in this case, actually at the same time we are influencing in the rest of our body. And then we will pass to the legs, to the knees, to the hips, my spine, the shoulders, the hands. So it's like we are doing a healing work from multiple angles, from multiple directions, making an impact simultaneously in the body. It's a healing work in the body that is doing simultaneously at the same time from different parts of our body to itself. That has to do in how we are doing the job. That when we are doing the exercise, we are putting our attention, our intention in the physical activity. So I would encourage you that when you are doing the practice, you don't use any other aid like music or smells, dufts, please, because we are, that is how, what we are doing is to, again, to keep the interconnection of how we are feeling, how we are sensing, how we are relating to our own physical body with the movement, with this healing process, and at the same time, a third thing, which is the breathing. All of this has to do in how. The importance of breathing. We can think of this. We can stop to eat 1 week, stop drinking 2 days. Most possibly, we would not be able to be without breathing more than 20 minutes. Breathing is taking in us oxygen, and that will nourish the blood, the body fluids, will be the strength moving them and nourishing the rest of our body. It's the chi. So all of this will have to go together. That in a way we relearn how we are breathing. Most of people, they are breathing just with the upper part of the lungs, and we need to help our body to start to use also the lower part of the lungs, the back part of the lungs, to fill in more oxygen easily, and also to direct the breathing towards the lower part of the abdomen, belly button and down. So, and this will be the first part we will start to do. Breathing will be key, and I encourage you that you devote some time, especially at the beginning, until in a way it will come to be a second nature. We don't need to be thinking of that when we are walking or sitting or when we do the practice. In the end, it will pay off. It will be easier, and you will have full benefit of what we are doing. So we pass to breathing now. Okay, you will find as a help maybe a couple of heavy books. That will be okay, or something that is having enough weight to have some pressure in the lower part of your abdomen. So we count from the very bottom, from that border and down, and then we inhale, directing the air to the lower part of the abdomen. Okay, you can do this, for instance, 5 minutes, pause, another 5 minutes. As you have time, please try to do it regularly, every day, until it will be easy for you. Something that is key is also that we are not pushing with the muscles of the stomach or the lower part of the abdomen to lift the weight. No, it's just the inhalation that we allow to go down below the diaphragm and down, that is lifting the weight that we have put there. So in the beginning, maybe some of you will not feel anything, nothing is moving. It doesn't matter. By keeping, again, the intention, the attention in which area we want to locate our breathing, and the intention of putting it there, eventually by repetition, it will start to give results. There is no body that has not been doing this practice for a certain period of time until it will be learned. This is not rocket science, just it will come with practice and a bit of time. The other part that has to do with breathing is how to send the breathing to the lower part of the lungs and the back part of the lungs. We pass to that now. For this part, locate where it is the lower part of the rib cage. Here are the bones, the lower part, the lower bones here. So if you put your hands there and then hold that part of your lower back there, so your hands are holding that part of the rib cage. So breathe out. With a little certain pressure, you hold there and then you inhale. So the little pressure that we have here is when I have exhaled. When I have the air out, then there is a little pressure from my hands, a little resistance from my hands, so I breathe in. And then breathe out, no pressure from the hands. Breathe in. And one more thing that is possible to do, sit forming a little angle. So stretch your spine. So rest your elbows on your knees, neck straight, and then inhale, directing the air towards the sides and the back of the lungs here. That position helps to make it a bit easier to send the air down to the lower part of the abdomen and to this part. So next time we will start to do the movements. Until then, I wish and I encourage that you will do these exercises of the breathing. For some people maybe they will look too simple, too easy. For others they will try to start to do it and they will feel, oh, nothing is moving, nothing is happening, it's kind of difficult. I will see you in between until the next time. I will come back with some more tips about breathing, comments or instructions, and the next first part with movements probably in about 10 days, max 2 weeks. See you then. Share with your friends. Until then, bye.